We decided that each time after we do
Studio 5.
Thank you. I'm like reading comments at the same time. It's a very skilled art to do this.
I know. And when it's a little bit nicer when there's two of you, because when there's only one, I'm like, hold that thought. I have to read.
Yeah.
Chloe, if you're asking where I'm from, I am from Utah County, and like more like South Utah County, Spanish Fork, Springville area. So that's where I'm from.
I'm from SoCal.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm just kidding. I mean,
Candy is watching.
The best places in California are in SoCal. So
that's right. Exactly. All right, everyone. Theme number 2. So yesterday was we did Studio 5. No, it aired today.
It aired today.
Today's Monday.
You did it last Thursday.
I did it on last Thursday. Yes. I filmed it last Thursday. So Kathy wants to know where I got the shirt I wore on Studio 5. It's an old shirt. Let me think about that. Anyway, and so we decided that after I do Studio 5, that Carillisa and I would always come on and talk about that segment, Studio 5.
Right.
So that's what we're going to share for the next few minutes is the segment. And then we're going to look up a closer look at the projects up close and personal, I should say, and
which
talk
is nice.
About any questions you might have.
There's a little bit more we get to do here than what you can do on Studio 5.
Exactly. So. You're very limited with your time frame. And so Carillisa is always my secondhand person. She helps me with as I get these segments prepared. And so that's why you'll see Carillisa on here always the day after it airs, or the day of, or whatever.
So much work.
Go ahead and tell them the story.
I got sick.
She got sick, and
I got so sick, and so I called Kris in a panic. I have to do Studio 5, but I can't. So she rallied her troops, and so it's just kind of funny that I'm here because this time I didn't get to do anything.
It's okay,
I didn't
but
get to
you
help.
know what?
I love it, but I didn't get to help. I was way too sick.
It's all right. Hey, been there, done that, and that's not fun.
When I called her, she goes, "Oh my gosh, you sound just like I did a few weeks ago." It wasn't very fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Yeah. So we're ready to share the screen with you. Let's take a look at how Studio 5 went this morning.
We know it, we get it. It's cold, and we know it, we get it. It's winter, but nothing can stop us from promoting a subtle Bring Spring campaign. And today that starts at the craft table. We're turning our attention to a certain fabric that this season is popping out in an entirely new palette. You're going to want to pluck some bright pastels off the shelves. Fabric artist and quilter Chris Thurgood has a table full of spring-inspired projects that tap into this one fabric, wool. So excited to see you today.
Doesn't this get you excited
my
for the
goodness.
weather to change? I love it.
Between you and this beautiful table full of awesome spring color and spring projects, I also took a sweep through City Creek today to do some fast returns. And spring's here, which
it is
not going to fight it.
It is. No,
it's not here. It's in the stores, and we're helping you get ready in your home.
Yeah.
Kevin Ewing's yelling at the TV right now. It's not here, Brooke, but it's coming. It's a coming.
Exactly.
So you say wool. It's been around forever. We've been crafting and sewing with it for ages, but the colors are getting exciting.
I think the colors are just a little more vibrant, and we're having more fun with wool, or even what might be referred to as wool felt.
Okay.
Or a thicker felt. So unlike a craft felt that maybe a lot of us have seen, there's actually thicker felts or wool felts that actually just are a little more substantial, have better colors to it, definitely a better palette. And it's just fun to incorporate it with cotton. You've got lots of great mediums here going on, don't you?
Oh, the colors and the textures combined are just jumping off the fabric.
Exactly.
They're jumping off the page, so to speak. A few projects we're going to dive into. Can we start with the succulents?
Okay.
Because stop it right now. Look what's happening over here. What is happening?
Isn't that fun? Well, I don't know about you, but I can't keep a plant alive to save my life. So I'm all about I'm all about the wool felt succulents, right? And
we've gone right past plastic plants,
exactly,
and we're going to wool felts. Yeah,
there you go, there you go. But you can have so much fun with this. So here we took, you know, wool balls, and we have those hanging out of you know, what would be a potted plant, right? You're still going to buy your beautiful ceramic pots at the store, but then you just kind of take a little bit of a change where people have to take a second look and say, now, what is that?
Yeah.
And so here we've got some succulents, and we have different ones. We've got a variety over here. And then if we'll, you know, take a look over here, I mean, how cute is that, Brooke?
Oh, adorable. We're not going to pretend to know what the names of these plants are, but they're cute and they're green, and they will live on forever because they're fake.
We've got, and we've got real rocks in there. So, you know, it's like semi.
How do we make these, Kris, these succulents?
Right. So fun. Well, what you need is some great felts. So we've got some here, right here. I happen to love these more neutral colors. And then you also have like velveteens that are so pretty and soft and luscious.
All the texture.
All the texture. And when you look at those colors, you have a little more neutral palette. So while we can do lots of fun things with the big, you know, more vibrant prints, you can also go a little more neutral by doing these ones.
A little more subtle.
Exactly. All right. So let's take a look. How do you do it? Well, get out the crafting scissors, right? Get out the felt, and you're going to start cutting in little semicircles right here.
Just layering and stacking.
And you're just layering and stacking.
The sizes.
So here's one layer.
Okay.
You know, or we could put it right here.
Here, I'll be your Vanna.
Okay, perfect. So we've got one layer. Notice we're just overlapping. This is with a glue gun. So you gotta love that, right? We'll start out with this as our bottom, and we'll just continue going smaller, going a little smaller, and you just continue to go around and around and around. Okay. At the very end, you've got something very small, because that's what happens with these. They go small like this, and you wrap
the bud.
Exactly. You wrap the rectangular piece all the way around to hide the seams. And then when it goes like that, the last step is to take that glue gun, put some glue in the middle.
Oh, you did a little crisscross.
Smush it down.
And just
smush. Smush is
technical term.
Absolutely.
Jam it in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do that. And then you've got these fun little succulents. Let me take this one.
So cute.
You can see right here.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we did here.
Look at that.
Okay. And then you've got more, you know, you can do the taller ones.
I love
it. This is like a snake grass, right? Again, you're just cutting out the leaf itself, and then you put a little dab of hot glue there, pinch it, just have it continue to go in a circle. Now, if you want to do something that has a little more poof to it, let's take this one, for example. All you're going to do is do a little cut right there at the end, put a little bit of glue and overlap that. That's going to create a pleat. Okay. Make those pleats go all the way around as well. And you've got something that's going to take on this
look at that.
A little bit more.
Okay. Here with the gray, there with the cream.
Yeah.
So really you're stacking shapes. You're just taking basic shapes and layering and piling.
Exactly. Same here. You're taking just a rectangular shape, rolling it up, and you're just adding these on. So when you combine it with other textures like the rock, it really takes on a really sophisticated look.
So cool.
Really love it.
All right, from succulents to bunnies, the mascot of the approaching season.
Okay, why not, right? Well, I mean,
stop.
Here we go.
Stop. Look at this. He's got a tail.
Look at his tail, of course, as a wool felt ball on the back. So we've used some really fun prints that, you know, just kind of, we refer to these in the quilting world as low volume prints. Okay. So a little more neutral, and they make great backgrounds in quilts, but I think they make darling, you know, textures for bunnies.
Totally.
You have just a plain white bunny, right?
He's got to have some personality. No, he's stuffed.
He is stuffed. Very simple to do. All you're going to do here is you're going to take your little bunny pattern and pin it like you see right here on top of 2 pieces of fabric. Then take your sewing machine, sew all the way around it. Yes, through the paper even.
Okay.
All right. Cut it out And you don't even have to turn it right side out or anything. All you do is you simply stuff it. And actually, we added some rice at the bottom.
I was going to ask what was in there. Okay.
To make it a little heavier. So anyway, and you can do them in all different sizes.
A little bow tie, a little ribbon tie around the neck, and the little wool ball, felt ball, whatever it is for the tail. It's as cute as can be. Exactly. We've got a quick 60 seconds, but I want to touch on a couple of projects that do require an embroidery machine, but more and more women are welcoming that tool into their arsenal.
They do. It's so much fun.
Look at this.
I mean, we used to think of embroidery machines as something that would just do maybe a monogram on a towel or something like that. Now you can do these 3-dimensional projects. When you look at this quilt,
oh my goodness, the detail.
Mean, the detail is unbelievable. It's like you just want to keep looking at it.
The mushroom.
And you have lots of different textures in there. You have vinyl, you have the felt, the mylar, all of the above. It just makes it, 3-dimensional. And so just such a fun project to add to your home.
What's the time commitment for something like this when you factor in the embroidery machine?
Time commitment. It's going to take a few hours.
Which means for me a year.
And then some.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
A few hours and then some.
But look at that piece. It's amazing.
It's like a masterpiece. And when you look at this.
Wow.
Isn't that fun? And actually these flowers are done on the embroidery machine as well. Rolling them up. This is brand new from Kimberbell. And I'll tell you, it is just the cutest thing ever.
This is adorable.
So we're having lots of fun with these projects. This one that's in the frame over here. Again, those 3-dimensional wool, felt, bumblebees, mushrooms, and ladybugs.
So cute. All right, what's coming up at my girlfriend's quilt shop?
We have so much going on all the time. You can find us online at mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com. We also have stores in Logan and Sandy with lots of classes that are coming back in person that we're very excited about.
Good.
So,
well, thanks for getting us excited about colored felt wool and the spring project possibilities. We're excited. Thanks, Kris.
Okay. You know how hard it is to watch those scenes? That's really hard.
Never rewatch the classes that I teach. I'm
no, just moving on. Moving on.
You do a great job.
I don't know about that.
No, it's great.
You never know what she's gonna ask.
She doesn't tell you beforehand.
No,
and then you answer like this. And
oh man, I got and I mean, talk about your mind going a million miles an hour,
you
right?
Only get this much time. Like they're pretty specific on it's a pretty quick shot. It's not like you can just go a little further on 3 at 3 or something.
Right, exactly. Anyway, it was a lot to show in a short time. You're right, Laura. So but it was fun. It was fun to do. And so I guess my question is to you is, do you have any questions? We're going to show up close and personal some of those projects that I showed. But if you have questions, let us know. So the first thing I want to talk about, because I'm going to do this while I'm going to send Carillisa over to the sewing machine, is do the bunnies have rice so they can sit up? Yes, Colette. Yes. Or you could do like walnut litter would be perfect. But what I did here is that we have, this bunny outline, and then there's 2 pieces of fabric here. Now the fabric is just folded in half together so the wrong sides are together. And I just pinned it in several spots. What I'm going to have Carillisa do is take it to the sewing machine, and she's going to sew directly on the outline of the bunny, okay, through the paper. So
you have a lot of faith in my abilities, don't you?
Oh, you got this. You got this,
straight
girl.
On the line.
Yeah. And the thing you want to make sure of is that when you do this, you want to shorten the stitch length. Okay, shorten the stitch length because that's what's going to perforate the paper, and you'll be able to rip it off really easily. So
without the stitches, right?
You go ahead and do that. Yeah, without pulling the stitches.
Over here.
Okay, so I'm going to continue talking about it, answering questions. And Jennifer wants to know about how to make those plants. Yep. I've got you. You know what? I don't know if we put... I will put the bunny pattern just as a little freebie on the website as an, what would be cute is if you took this and even made it as an applique. That would be really fun. I don't believe I have this on the website yet, but I will do that. I'll just have it be a little freebie, okay, if that helps. But what I'm going to talk about next is the succulents, the felt succulents. This is a no-sew how-to is what we call it. And I'll take you step by step on how that's done. So basically, oh, let me pull this. Look how cute this is, you guys. Didn't that turn out fun? Oh, I've got kind of crazy stuff going on there. Okay, it's been through the ringer. I want to show. It's heavy. There's a lot of rocks in there.
It's dangling.
But look how cute that is. So fun.
Is that whole thing full of rocks?
It is.
Okay, where's the styrofoam? Half of that needs to be
Half
styrofoam.
of it should have been styrofoam, but we were too lazy and just put all rocks. Okay, and then you're welcome, Mary Jo. All right, then we have another brown box, again with the rocks, the succulents, the snake grass that comes out. I mean, seriously, the possibilities are endless here, guys. This is, and then we have two little bowls here. Again, the rocks. Look at the teeny tiny succulents. Yeah, Indy says, oh, I love it. Perfect for someone who doesn't have a green thumb. Yeah, exactly. If you don't want to have to worry about keeping these babies alive. Succulents aren't too bad to keep alive. They take very little water, but still, you got to remember. So anyway, so that's how this is done. So in your pattern, it has all the step-by-steps of how to do it. And we even have step-out pictures for you. Okay. And of all of the different kinds. In fact, this brown one, let me show you that. I think if I were to do another one of these, I think what would be kind of fun is to do the same technique, have it with green, like a dark green, have it be a little bit apart, further apart, not so close together, and it could give the look of like eucalyptus. Okay, so you've got all of your patterns here. And then there's the snake grass. Okay, so you got that, felt succulents. Let me show you up close a little bit more about what I was referring to. So let's see. With this one, you're going to see that you cut 12 of the bottom and middle layer, 4 of the top layer, and it goes forth from there. So you've got larger and smaller, right? Obviously, you're cutting these out like this. And then what we did was we just used a glue gun and just overlapped these, just one over top of the other. So just a glue gun is all it is. All right. And then you're going to cut another layer. That's your next step. And you're going to put it on top like that.
I love the glue gun part, by the way.
Yeah. Carillisa loves the glue gun. Let me bring you down here. Christy said she just killed 3 succulents. She overwatered them. Yeah, that can be a challenge too. I mean, sometimes we think we're not watering enough, but sometimes if you overwater, that's the problem. Okay, so we've got a layer of succulents here. We've got another layer. I'm actually going to just kind of offset that a little bit. Now look at this third layer. Notice again, they're overlapping. Okay, that goes on top. And let me do this one next. Okay, this little bitty bud right here, again, very, very small. You're going to see it on the pattern. But this is where I didn't get a chance to show this on Studio 5 because I was recognizing that my time was getting short and I had more stuff to cover. When you get to this point, you can take more of those small petals and you're going to place them all the way around along the bottom. then that way, when I go to the middle and I put that last thing of glue down, I'm going to, I called it smushing it down. And what ends up happening is, you see those bottom petals, they kind of stick out. That's what's happening. All right. So this is going to come down like this. And it's going to protrude out. All right. And then you've got a succulent. Really fun. So this I used the prickly pear, okay, felt from here. All right. Also, I think this pistachio would be really pretty. I like the idea of having several different colors to play with. Hey, Allie, could you do me a favor and put this as a download for just for free?
Yes.
Okay, on the website, and put it under deal of the day.
Yes.
Okay, Allie's going to put the bunny silhouette on deal of the day right now. So, okay, for free. All right, so that's the basics of a succulent now, of one of them. Then you've also, you know, depending on, like, you know, if you want to do pointy leaves, you've got pointy leaves here. It's basically the same process throughout the whole thing. Now let's talk about snake grass. Snake grass, all it is all of these pieces cut out. There's a couple of different sizes here going on. And then, as I mentioned on Studio 5, you're going to put a little dab of glue there in the middle and then pinch this together. And that's how it kind of stands up to each other. And that's where you're getting all of these put in. Okay. Again, the nice thing is that just like in nature, nothing is perfect, right? And so, you know, all of these things are just they're all together.
Why can't we let ourselves like just not be perfect?
Like
Nature's not perfect. Why do we have to be perfect?
Let nature do its thing, right?
Its thing.
And so anyway, so that is how you would do the spider grass. Now, another succulent we did in creams, and this was kind of the shape that we went with. It's a little funky, right? But as I showed there, if you want it to actually kind of poof up, then what you do is you take the bottom of your succulent, you cut it just up a little ways, and then you fold it over. So you put a little hot glue again, and you fold it over so it overlaps. All right. And then you get like this little pleat in the succulent. So what you do is you start out with a bottom layer. That's 3 of them together, laying flat, right? Then on this one, we pleated these ones. So now they're beginning to stick up a little bit. Yeah, Cheryl says, now I need to use a glue gun without burning myself. Yeah, for sure. I would recommend, if you have a temperature adjusted glue gun, just put it on low. This is going to stick really easily
without major
having to have it high.
Yeah, I would think
if you will do that with a little glue gun, put it on low, you'll be just fine. And, you know, use a stiletto if you need to, or a toothpick, or
those things are invaluable.
Something to do that, right? Chopstick. So remember, this is flat, this one's pleated, and it continues to pleat as it goes up.
So cute.
Okay, and so that is where we did this one in gray. All right, put a few little leaves in there. And this one was in the cream that you see right there. So that's as easy as it is to do a felt succulent. It's really, really easy. Debbie says use your R&K tool. That's a great idea. R&K tool would work really well.
Did you go over this one while I was sewing?
I didn't.
Oh.
Now,
like, what do you call that
this
thing?
one.
What do you call that one?
Okay, she had a name for it. Now I can't remember.
Well, of course I asked you that.
Yeah, it's called, the burro's tail.
There you go.
The burro's tail succulent. So this one is basically a strip of, like a rectangular strip that you roll up to have that. Now, this one's probably the most challenging just because it's going to take you the longest. It's not hard.
But you start at the end.
You start at the end, and you're just gluing on these little tips, and then you just continue on down all the way around. Okay. Pamela says she found some finger covers on Amazon that help protect from the hot glue. Yes, I've seen those before. I've never used them, but
for some reason,
that would probably be pretty good.
So
I love the pain. There you go.
No, I'm gonna have to look those up.
Not fun.
Those would be really cute, maybe even with different shades of green.
These?
Yeah, if you use 2 different shades of green, that would be kind of cute.
Oh, definitely. And like I said, I think you could make this into more of a eucalyptus look by just having those leaves out a little bit further apart from each other. So that is kind of in a nutshell how you do the felt succulents. They're really fun. They're very easy. Sometimes we want just a little break from doing the sewing, right?
Totally.
Come on here with me, my friend. Come up closer.
Just gonna hang out over here.
Yeah, no. Come on up. And sometimes we just need a little, a change of pace, right?
Yep. I mean, you could hand stitch these if you really feel you need to, but
no,
they go so fast when you've got the glue gun out there.
Exactly.
I think these are perfect because it sticks so nicely. Yeah. You're not going to run into not being strong enough. It works out really great. Look, they're cute. That's really cute.
Yeah. So then, of course, you are just fine. Okay. You're allowed to be sick every once in a while, but don't do it.
If you ask Jenny, I'm sick all the time, huh, Jenny?
That's right.
She's like, I'm not surprised.
So then, of course, I couldn't go without talking about Kimberbell's brand new spring showers. Look at this, you guys. For those of you who have an embroidery machine, these are just so much fun. And these are all done on the embroidery machine. Look at those flowers up close.
Size-wise, are these the big sizes? Is this what you get when you get the bigger size? Do they go bigger than that on the pattern?
No, this is what they do.
So you know what I think would be cute?
Aren't those pretty?
I would get like a grapevine wreath, like to make an actual wreath on your door, and maybe even some fake greenery. And I'd put those little babies right in there as regular flowers. So cute.
Oh, that would be. I love that idea. I love that. So
mixed mediums.
These are, yes, exactly. I love mixing mediums for sure.
Oh, I just saw the ladybug.
These are so fun. Yeah, the ladybug. Look how cute.
So cute.
And these are just wool balls that are cut in half. Really, really fun. Okay, so that's just a sampling of those. And then, of course, if you've seen the spring showers, which I showed the quilt on Studio 5, that was really fun. So any other questions about that? And then let's talk about that bunny real quick, shall we?
Okay.
Yeah, Deborah said those flowers looked hard, but then Kim demonstrated how to make them so much easier, not scary. Exactly, Deborah.
Looks like you did a lot with it, but
I know, and it just
I couldn't find the foot pedal. So this was a touch the stop start button.
Oh, quick question. Pamela asked, could you put the flowers on stems in a vase, or do they need a flat surface? You absolutely could put them on something else.
Yeah, I would.
And then
so.
I would just wrap it around the top so that
grab you some other felt for a little greenery, and sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. Anyway, I'm a little bit. Anyway. Going around these little tiny things right here with a start stop button because I couldn't find the foot pedal.
This is the thing, Carillisa. It's
no one out there will even see it.
No, they won't. And it's all part of a bunny that is fluffy, and it doesn't matter.
I went back and fixed it, but there's still just some ugly looking lines right there.
We are our own worst critics, right? I know.
That's true.
I'm right there with you. Okay, so what Carillisa did was she just stitched directly on to the outline of the bunny.
And your stitch length was like 1.6, so it's really small, which is perfect.
And I'm just going to cut. Yes, I shorten that stitch length. Your default is usually at a 2.0 or a 2.5. I always take it down to like a 1.6 or a 1.4.
Now you're just bubble cutting.
Ooh, I like that name, bubble cutting.
I don't know if that's a real term or not.
Sounds good to me.
A little extra bubble around your project.
It's like echo quilting.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
But I like bubble cutting. That's
Bubble cutting.
I'm going to use that from now on.
It reminds me of my mother. She always said, just draw with your scissors. Just draw with your scissors.
Really?
So you could keep because my lines wouldn't ever be perfect. You know, I was choppy. She's like, no, you're just going to draw. Pretend you got a pencil. Draw with your scissors.
Guess what I forgot to have you do?
Leave a spot.
Leave an opening.
Well, that's okay. We can unpick the seam because it was so long.
I just thought of that. I'm like, I forgot to tell you to leave an opening, but that's okay. Leave an opening. But look, all you do is now rip off the paper
without pulling the seam.
Did I not cut all that? Hold on, Smoky Joe's. Here we go. There we go. All right. There we go. Easy, right?
I love it.
And your bunny is done. You know, the thing when it comes to doing, let me pull this down. When it comes to doing like stuffed animals, stuffed dolls, things like that, where you have these very distinct shapes, you could take tweezers and pull the rest out if you're having trouble. I always would much rather sew directly on a line than try and cut this out and keep two of those shapes together.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so much easier to just have as two whole pieces and then you sew directly on the line.
Well, and where you've done the wrong sides together,
yeah,
you leave that opening and now you can just go ahead and stitch right over.
Exactly.
You don't have to turn and do your little ladder stitch on it. Super cute.
Yeah, that's really fun. So you would have like a little opening here, stuff that baby. I will stuff it up here with the batting or with stuffing and maybe rice or walnut litter along the bottom.
So when you did that, did you put it in a little bag or did you just go ahead and did you stuff the bottom with a little bag of rice or did you just go ahead and pour it in there?
We just poured the rice in.
Perfect.
And then we put a little bow around the top. And then, of course, one of the little wool felt balls on his bum, right? Now, the thing that's kind of cute, I think it would be kind of fun is, you know what? I mean, we have like these, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the neutrals, which is what you might typically think of, the cream or the gray, right? But there's nothing wrong. What if you were to do a funky bunny?
Oh, funky bunnies are pretty cute.
Funky
Look at those
bunnies
colors.
would be darling. What if you were to use like cave fabric, something really bright, and have a really bright tail on it?
I don't know. I'd put a bright pink on that.
You
baby
could even
anyway,
put a
with
bright,
a little bright pink ribbon, right?
That would be so cute.
I love that.
We did use a green bunny tail on this little guy.
Super cute.
So we used the Essex linen on here. That would be kind of fun. But you can have them in all different sizes. So Allie was putting the one size as a download on there. And we just hot glued those little tails on. But you could, copy it off at different sizes.
Oh, yeah.
And have all the bunnies. Give me all the bunnies. And then let them multiply.
Oh, I'm telling you, I was telling Kris, I could do bunnies every single month.
They're so fun.
I love bunnies.
Yeah.
That was my animal growing up, was a bunny.
Oh, really?
It was. Yeah.
What was his name?
No. I just had anytime I wanted a stuffed animal or anything. My mom did some cross stitch once and it was a little, I never had a real bunny, although I've decided I need a real bunny because I've had fake bunnies my whole life. For some reason, Richard thinks that's a silly idea. What am I going to do with a real bunny? Play with it. Hold it.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I forgot to type something here. So there we go. Plus pattern.
Yep. Bunnies for every holiday.
Give me all the bunnies.
Give me all the bunnies. I bought some really cute ones once that were like a paper mache, kind of a little different wonky looking bunny. There's a couple of them and I would just put them out. They're in my craft room right now all year long.
Uh-huh.
And anyway, Richard looked at me and goes, I don't understand. Why would you buy these? To look at.
Why not? There we go.
That was early on in our marriage. He's gotten to where he doesn't even ask anymore. Yeah.
That's so funny. So Debbie asked, could you cut them out with pinking shears? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. That would be really fun. I love that.
I like how this Essex is kind of fraying a little bit. And so, you know, that's fun too, but you could get that with the pinking shears. But
I love what Pamela said. She said it needs a Kimberbell flower by its ear. That would be darling. Great idea.
This is why we throw this stuff out here.
I know.
So you can
I love
brainstorm with us.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Let's see. Oh, hi, Gail. We're talking about bunnies and succulents. We want spring here so badly.
We really do. We really do.
Oh, too cute. Oh, Barb said a grand baby gift of a bunny. That would be fun.
That would be cute. I have boys.
Little boys can have bunnies.
I know. It's true. Can you believe our little Eli is almost 3 months old?
I can't. Wow. Has it been 3 months? Holy cow.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been 3 years.
Does it?
because it was a miracle to get him here. That's why I say
yes, it's true. It's true. When I think about how long she was pregnant, it felt like she was pregnant for a really long time.
Yeah.
Baby and mom are doing super awesome.
Yes.
So,
yay, I'm
now
so
I just
glad
need
to
him
hear
to
that.
move up here to be a little closer.
Yes.
2.5 hours is too far away.
That's right. That's right. All right. Yeah, Tamara, there's no sew lines because you're just sewing directly on top of the bunny. I don't have the...
Well, there's part of it.
There's a very sad little bunny.
Print it out.
You print it out and you just sew around the edge. That's it. You sew directly on the edge.
I didn't even do it perfect and it still worked out cute. So
yeah, exactly. All right, guys. Well, I hope that got you excited for spring and all of the flowers
stuff
and succulents. And
don't you feel like we do that with spring? It's like we celebrate soon as Valentine's Day is over.
It's like boom, Valentine's Day
we'll
is
do spring
out.
for the next 4 months.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go. We've done theme number 1 and theme number 2. It's time